After him I try to catch me, him not catch me, him run down the lady. Go stab up the lady more in her house, in her house, right in her house.
Welcome. If you're a new viewer here, be sure to click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified about videos uploaded from this channel. The topics that we'll be discussing today: dancehall artist Krome of Rockfort shot dead in police shootout, 5-year-old Denique and Fabian SlapWEH conductor charged, elderly woman robbed, and more. Police today charged 5 juveniles in connection with the death of a homeless man who was set on fire. The underage boys, 15 to 17 years, were charged with murder and are to appear in the family court on Friday. They were charged with the murder of Lionel Johnson, who died at the hospital where he was rushed by police who found him with severe burns. Johnson was reportedly set ablaze early in the morning in the vicinity of National Hero Circle in Kingston. He died while undergoing treatment. A bomb was said to be found at the scene. Police in Kingston Central Division arrested 2 alleged robbers in separate incidents in downtown on Tuesday. The culprits who have been charged with robbery with aggravation have been identified as 22-year-old Javon Clark of Mountain View Avenue, Kingston 3, and 19-year-old Javani Green, otherwise called Jaim of Park Lane, Kingston. Lawmen arrested Green in the aftermath of an incident on East Queen Street. Reports are that about 10:20 a.m., Green brandished a firearm and robbed a woman of her gold earring valued at $25,000. He fled the scene but was spotted by the victim in the area early that day. The police were alerted and he was arrested. Later that afternoon, about 12:55 p.m., Clark and another man reportedly approached the complainant while he was conducting a sales transaction at the intersection of Orange Street and Beckford Street. One of the men allegedly held on to the complainant while the other man robbed him of $862,000. The robbers then flee from the scene. Shortly after, the victim saw a team of lawmen on patrol and raised an alarm. Clark was pursued by the police team and nabbed. The other man, however, escaped. A St. Elizabeth man has been charged with burglary and robbery with aggravation following an incident in Top Hill in the parish. He is a 20-year-old Darnie P0LL, otherwise called Zugo of Top Hill. The Jamaica Constabulary Force Corporate Communication Unit says about 11 p.m., P0LL and another man kicked off the door of an elderly woman's house and entered. Armed with knives, they robbed her of money, jewelry, and a washing machine, the CCU says. Residents apprehended P0LL as he tried to leave the community while the other man escaped. However, the police say on Monday a snap raid was conducted and the second suspect was arrested. He is awaiting an interview. The police have charged a St. Andrew bus conductor over the shooting death of 5-year-old Denique Solomon, who was killed while she was sleeping. Charged with murder, conspiracy to murder, and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition is 31-year-old Theodore Beavers, otherwise called Theo, of Duane Terrence address. Denique was shot while she was sleeping on October 7, 2021 in New Haven, St. Andrew as gunmen from warring factions fired in the community. She was taken to the Bustamante Hospital for Children where she was pronounced dead. The police said Theodore, who was listed wanted following the shooting, was picked up by a police team in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Thursday, September 22. He was then handed over to the St. Andrew South Police on Monday, October 3, where he was pointed out in an identification parade and subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. The police are probing the murder of a farmer in Clarendon early this morning. Fabian Mullins, 25, was shot multiple times while he tended to his scarf. The incident happened sometime after 9 a.m. It has highlighted concern about the numbers of farmers attacked in the area in recent times. Viewers and subscribers, by now everybody's supposed to know the Seaview Gardens under hot fire since recently. I want you guys to listen as one female resident explain her husband narrowly escaped injuries after one little shootout going on in the community on Sunday. Right after that, the police will be giving their 2 cents of what is happening in the community after they nabbed 18 men today.
Yeah, me husband did some work, and when him finish, so you only hear gunshots off it. Him said him just pass him zoom. At the mercy of God, make him like get shot.
We have a number of persons in custody, and we're trying to get our residents within the space to assist us in pointing to persons who would have turned the community upside down in recent days.
He explains the culture of violence is linked to young adults.
These are some youngsters, and some of them might not even be relievable. Push them out of your community. Help the police, help the JDF to push them out of your community. Let it not be somewhere that they can find succor within your community by giving them food and water and shelter. I'm understanding that there are a number of persons who have come into the community to aid in the fight, persons as far away as Riverton, Mountain View. These areas are also facing their own challenges. I'm asking the members, the residents within Seaview Gardens, don't allow them to come into your community and add to the conflict that is happening.
A 52-year-old woman said to be a pastor was attacked and her throat slashed at her home in St. Anne on Monday. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m., the female identified as Mitchell Roach was at her premises in Content section of the parish when she noticed the lights to her outside of her house was turned off. Police said the religious leader went to make some checks, and that is when she was attacked, stabbed several times, and her throat slashed. The woman was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead.
Bishop was in her house. I was in the house lying down on the bed. And the light just gone off. By the time his son to eat the little food and gone over in yard. And by the time his son gone over in yard, he like gone from in her house. Me never get to share no food for eat in her dog. And then now Bishop gone in her bathroom, say she go bed. He like gone pan her in there. So she say, Shem, go and go get tray and see what I go on if a man either get off or what. If a man continue trouble light every minute. So me run, come around and say, no, and knock down tray door. Tray jump up like he was sleeping. Trying to know, say, man, run a woman. After him I try to catch me, him not catch me, him run down the lady. Go stab up the lady more in her house, in her house, right in her house, right in her house, in one family.
She was my sister. She was that kind of person with a big heart. She would share everything with everybody. She didn't even worry about if any is going to be left for her and her family. She just share it. She's that kind of person. Sorry, this is a sad day, you know, very sad day.
A man said to be a dancehall artist was shot dead during an altercation with the police on Tuesday on Windward Road in East Kingston. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Jerome Todd, otherwise called One Krome, of Rockfort, Kingston 2. The circumstances surrounding the incident are unclear at this time. However, one 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 3 9mm rounds of ammunition was recovered from the scene. The police corporate communications unit confirmed the incident. The matter was reported to Indicom and an investigation was launched.
In the month of September alone, there were 19 incidents of multiple murder, 18 doubles and a triple, amounting to 39 victims. So far this year, there have been 99 incidents of multiple murders with victims totaling 218. The gun has been the weapon of choice in 84% of murders and 79% of robberies for more than a decade. Recently, the changes to the firearm legislation were passed in both houses of Parliament. We believe that this is a potentially game-changing modification in the laws around illegal firearms and the attendant sentencing regime. Let me take this opportunity to urge every bright, passionate, dedicated and honest young person out there to consider a career in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. If you believe you have what it takes and you can make a contribution to serving your country, take the test, enlist with us and be a force for good.